Hi, Chef Ryan Phillips here. I've got a love-hate ingredient for you guys today because it is oyster season, and I know a lot of you guys might be on the fence about oysters. So we're doing both a Guljeon or a pancake and a spicy sweet salad with oyster muchim. All right, let's start out with this muchim or this raw oyster salad. You oyster lovers out there are gonna love this one. Now, what's great about oysters in Korea is they are harvested and shipped in the same day. So they're incredibly fresh. We're so lucky from November through February to have this amazing ingredient. Now we need to make our sauce or our marinade first. So let's just start with a medium-sized bowl and get 1 clove of minced garlic in there. All right, now just a half tablespoon of soy sauce, a half tablespoon of vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of Korean red chili flakes, 2 teaspoons of honey, and 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. All right, now we want to mix this up really well. Get those flavors combined, and then our raw plump oysters go right in. And again, let's mix that up to coat them. Now this is a Gulmuchim, that's oyster muchim. Now muchim part, that translates as like a salad. It's a sweet and spicy, a little bit sour kind of salad. But you could use all kinds of different ingredients other than oysters for this. Even just use it as a salad dressing. So today though, I want to get some other textures added into our Gulmuchim. And for that, I'm going to use cucumber and Asian pear. So let me prep those up here. All right, since we have just 100 grams of oysters here, I've got a half of a cucumber, and I'm just gonna cut this into little matchsticks. Now for the Asian pear, I want about 100 grams, and again, I'm gonna cut them into the same kind of matchsticks as the cucumber. All right, not only are these gonna add some amazing textures here, but that Asian pear, that sweetness and that crunch is gonna offset the spiciness that comes off the red chili flakes. Let's get these ingredients in here. We've got our cucumbers, Asian pear, scallions, just 2 scallions chopped up, and toasted sesame seeds. Mix all this well. And guys, that is it. That is oyster muchim. Now, I know not all of you are big fans of raw oysters, but don't worry, we've also got Guljeon. Now, kul is oyster, right? But jeon, it's often translated as pancake, but it's not exactly a pancake either. It's a lightly battered ingredient that's pan fried. So let's get this started here. First thing is we've got some oysters here. I've got 100 grams, and I've got them on the strainer just because I want them to drain really well. We want to get rid of that extra briny moisture. Get them in a bigger bowl here. And now I've got just 2 tablespoons of flour in a strainer. Now, why in a strainer? It's because I want to make sure that there's no clumps sticking to any of these oysters. There we go. Once you've got that done, you're just going to mix this around, get them nice and coated. starting this way, it reminds me of doing fried oysters in America. The only difference is I'd have a little bit of cornmeal mixed in here too. All right, next ingredient, and we are almost done, guys. There's only 3 more ingredients here. We're gonna beat an egg. All right, lightly beat this up. Most John will have egg in it, and almost all of them have some flour. But today we're also gonna get some chopped scallions. I've got 2 scallions here diced up. And then I've got a little medley of chilies. Here, normally it would just be the red and the green, but I've got a little purple chili in there as well, just for some more color. All right, now let's just mix all this together. You know, notice we didn't put any salt in here at all, and that's because we've got this natural brininess of the oysters. Now, after cooking, we will sprinkle just a little bit of sea salt just to finish them. There we go. All right, let's get these cooking. I'm gonna get this pan up to high heat to start, and then we're gonna turn it down to a medium high. Let's get that cranked up. Get 2 tablespoons or so of cooking oil. 1, 2. Each John will have 1, maybe 2 oysters in it. So, using a spoon, I'm just gonna get 1 going here. There we go. Make sure you get a little bit of the chilies with each one. All right, so that gave us 4 nice sized John. Now that they're popping and sizzling, we'll make sure that heat's down on a medium or medium high. There we go. Now, we don't really have to worry about cooking these a whole lot. They're incredibly fresh oysters. But if you're a little squeamish and you're nervous about them, feel free to cook them a little bit longer. I'm gonna go for just a minute or 2 on each side and pull them done. As the oysters start to cook, they get like a little more plump, and I just love it right about there. So I'm gonna stop it there. I can see they've puffed up just a bit, and I'm gonna remove them over to a rack to drain here. All right, we'll let these drain and just a touch of sea salt over the top. All right, now just a little bit of dipping sauce and we're ready to eat. I'm going a tablespoon of soy and a tablespoon of apple vinegar here. And that's it, guys. We've got Guljeon and Gulmuchim. All right, I want to start in with this muchim, our raw oyster salad. We're barely through December, and I've probably had 100 or more oysters this year. They're just so good. And this lightly seasoned muchim is just perfect to let that oyster shine. All right, I gotta get one more bite here. Just a little bit spicy, but then it's countered with the Asian pear, that nice sweetness and crunch. Beautiful. But I know not everybody's a fan of raw oysters. So let's turn to our Guljeon, or oyster pancake. All right. Don't drown it. just a little bit. That's even better than I thought it was gonna be. Wow. I had a few extra chilies in here than you normally find in Korea. I love that extra kick. But those oysters just kind of plumped up, not overcooked. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like a perfect fried oyster, but in kind of a softer outer shell instead of the crispy kind of cornmeal that I'm used to from growing up. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you'll try these both of the ways, or at least one, here someday soon.